Hey there, loved ones. So I just got out of a session with my functional health coach, and I felt well. She told me that I needed to journal. She told me that I needed to write a few letters to a few different people, and I wanted to share that with you all today. We've talked about journaling before as a self care technique and how writing can allow you or help you on your journey of healing. And I used to journal and write a lot when I was younger. It helped me when I was a kid, when I was going through a lot of different things emotionally, mentally, and I didn't have anybody to talk to. I would write. And that's how I started writing my first book, the At the Heart of a Lotus. That's where all the poems in that book came from. And then when I decided to write my second book for my children's book, that's where those came from. Just the ideas of self love, self care, and all of those affirmations came from periods of time of journaling and things that I wanted to share and put out there with other people to help them in their times of need. But journaling is a very intimate and private practice, and it is very healing. And it is healing because it allows you to get out of your head. Like it allows you to take some time. Let me move this. It allows you to take some time to yourself to sit with you and your thoughts and your feelings and just get them down on paper so that you're not keeping them all in, keeping them in your head, keeping them in your body. And I all of my journals from years and years and years ago. I like to go back and reread the things that I said to myself way back when. I have my old planners. I have like tons of old things that I wrote that I can go back and refer back to and see how life manifested over the course of life, over the course of time. And you will really be amazed when you do start journaling. You'll really be amazed at how things come to fruition when you write them down. I really do believe in that as a strong method of manifestation, just writing it down and visualizing the things that you want to see in your life. So, um, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I also think that I might do some affirmations. We might do some affirmations. I want to check and make sure that you all can hear me. I want to check my channel right now and just make sure that I'm heard. Yep, we're good. All right. So, yeah, let's get started. So, if you are watching this live, hi, hello, welcome, loved ones. There's nobody here yet, but that's okay. People are still at work. I'm gonna give y'all some time. But if you are watching this on the replay, thank you for tuning in. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sonia Star J, and I am on a journey to heal my body from fibroids, navigating the 8 pillars of self care. We actually need to talk about what the 8 pillars of self care actually are. Dive deep into all of that. That'll be on a different day and a different episode. But for today, if you want to get comfortable, get yourself something to drink, get your journal and a pen, whatever you need to do to set the tone, set the scene for yourself. I lit some incense. I got my music going. You can't hear it because I don't want to get copyrighted. I don't know if that's a thing on here, but I don't want to get copyrighted. So I got my music going. It's kind of low, and I got my journal, and I got my teddy bear, my comfort thing, blanket. And yeah, and so I am just going to process my day. Uh, so when I journal in the mornings, I like to journal about my dreams. I don't know if you all can remember what you dream about, but I like to journal my dreams because I like to interpret them. Because your body tells you things in your dreams. Like you get spiritual downloads in your dreams. And I have always had very interesting dreams. I had a dream the other day that somebody was feeding me a roast beef and cheese sandwich. I don't even like roast beef. It's so nasty to me. But what that was telling me was that my iron was low. Went to the doctor. My iron is low. So it's just interesting how your body, communicates with you and how you get spiritual downloads. I've had some very interesting dream experiences that manifested in real life. So if you all ever want to talk about that, or if you're interested in hearing about that, definitely let me know. And then at night, I'll just journal about like my day, like how was my day, how, things that I thought about during the day that I didn't tell anybody, or just like, little thoughts. And also, if you're like a person like me who experiences like ADHD and, anxiety, I have a lot of thoughts throughout the day. And so journaling really helps me in getting all of that out of my system and just not having all of that weight on me. So journaling really helps with that. But I'll be honest that I haven't been on top of journaling as consistently. And I noticed that I haven't been sleeping as good. And I just been kind of all over the place. So she told me to, one, write a letter to myself. And then also, she said that I am entering a new phase in my life. And so I need to visually write down how I see the next stage of my life, like the next cycle of my life. Because we end one phase and then we enter another phase. And so when we're entering that new phase, we have to think like, are there any things in the last phase of my life that I, wish were different, or like that I may have wanted to change? How can I do something different in the next phase of my life, in the next course of my life? Like, what do I want that to look like? What opportunities do I want to come about that I need to like let God know, like, hey, this is what I see for myself. Can we collaborate on my life for the next, in the next stages of my life? So, because when we ask God and we speak the things that we want into existence, or when we ask for things, they have, a good chance of coming to life, coming to fruition. So, where am I going to start? I'm going to start with, mm, she said to write down what you want the next phase of your life to look like. So I'm going to start. I'm going to ask you all a few questions to help your journal journey. Think about your life right now. Think about the things that are occurring in your life that you like, that you don't like, some things that you love about life, some things that you would change. Think about your relationships. If you're in an intimate relationship, are there some things that you would change about that? If you're not in an intimate relationship, do you want to be in an intimate relationship? And if you want to be in an intimate relationship, what does that intimate relationship look like? What does the person look like? How tall are they? What size are they? How do you all collaborate on the house? Are you going to, maybe one day live with your partner? Do you want to get married? These are all things to think about, prior to trying to manifest a new life, right? Probably need to change my what's it called too. So I think about things like that. Before I got into the relationship that I'm in, I wrote down everything that I wanted in a partner, and I got that. And it's really crazy to me when I look at my life now, because I made that list in like 2019 and 2018, 2019, and I met my fiance at the same point in time. Didn't know my fiance had that at that time. But yeah, that happened. And so then even with this house that we live in, um, I told this story in my vlog, in our moving vlog, when we moved in here. Like, we came into this house and we said, "This is ours." Like, we said it. This is ours. We walked in here and was like, "This is it. This is the one. This is our house." And so we applied for it. And then after we applied, the property manager told us, like, there are two other people in front of you. There are two other people who applied too. And so we were like, dang, we're not gonna get it. Like, somebody else, they gonna pass it, and we're gonna keep looking. So we kept looking. And then she emailed us and told us, like, hey guys, the first person didn't pass. So you're still in a running up of getting this house. And I'm like, dang, okay. Still not like, putting all my eggs in one basket, still, looking for other places. So then when she called us, or she emailed us and told us that the second person didn't go through either, I was like, wow, okay, so this is our house. Like, we did that. Like, we really did that. Like, this is really us. This is really ours. So I don't know. Like, so when we ended up getting this place, it was just like so crazy how everything happened, because it literally has everything that we asked for. Like, when we walked in this house and we said, "This is ours," we came in here and we made it ours. And we've been here for a year and a half now. And I'm just like, there is so much power in us. There's so much power in our thoughts, our words, our beliefs. And we have to just believe that. And sometimes when negative things happen in life, it can get hard to believe that we have the power to change the things in our life. But we can't allow those things to get in the way of us continuing to get to our dream life, right? And so that's really what I want to get back into doing, because I have allowed myself to kind of get into a space where, not that I was being ungrateful, but I wasn't seeing all of the areas in my life that I had to be grateful for. And then also, just expressing gratitude for where I am in life, and then just being okay with where I'm at now, and also visualizing my next step. Now, I do want to get into the journaling of visualizing our lives, but one thing I know that I have been struggling with, and I just want to be transparent and tell anybody else who may struggle with this, is to not get caught up in the next step. Because if you're constantly anticipating the next step, then you can't be comfortable with it now. And I know for me, I'm constantly like, okay, let's get to the next step, let's go to the next thing. And that can get overwhelming, and it can make you really anxious. So yeah, that don't do that. Don't be me. Take a lesson out of my book, um to just, visualize your next step and be okay with the now until you get there, because it's coming, right? It took me years to get to this place in my life, and everything hasn't manifested the way that I would have wanted it to, would have liked for it to, but we're getting there. And I really honestly believe that. So, I'm not going to journal about, well, I don't know if I should journal about like my relationship or anything, because my relationship is good. But when I think about what I want my life to look like this year, at the end of this year, I don't want to go too big. I don't know. What do y'all think is too big? Like in 10 years, I want my life to look like. In 5 years, I want my life to look like. I do stuff like that. Um, but I wonder if I should make some short term manifestation goals. Like at the end of, well, no, I don't necessarily want to do that too, because then if it don't happen, I'll probably feel a type of way. I I did that to myself before. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna hit this goal by this date," and then it didn't happen, and I was like, "Well, dang," you know. But then it ended up happening eventually, just not in the time span that I wanted it to happen. But also, that might have just been on me because we can't put a time limit on our manifestations, you know, because they think things don't happen on our time; they happen on God's time. So that's on me. So I am going to start writing. And if you want to join in, I'm going to turn up the music and we're going to write. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything at work though. Okay, so today's date is the 27th. One thing that really helps my journaling process is to have a good pen. I love having a good pen that just writes and just flows the way that I need it to. So I think that I kind of want to brain dump where I'm at, and then once I brain dump all of my feelings and where I'm currently at, then I'll go ahead and journal like where I want to be. So yeah. And I'm not necessarily going to talk a lot while I'm doing this. So if you guys comment, I'll see it, but it's just writing and vibes. Honestly, I should also create a thumbnail. What is something that you all are struggling with right now? As I'm sitting here and I'm writing, I'm thinking something that I've been struggling with is like trusting myself and just not being fearful about the what is and what's coming next. Like trusting that I have everything that I need in order to succeed, and I have everything that I need in order to thrive in this life, and just, I don't know, allowing the things in the world to kind of cloud my vision, my judgment, just a little bit. Like, oh man, this is happening. I don't want to. I'm scared to do this. Like, there are some things that have been going on that I haven't told y'all about yet, but I will as soon as like it's confirmed. But yeah, it's just a lot happening, and that is the root chakra. So I learned that in my spiritual healing class boot camp, that I really struggle with my sacral and my root chakra, and that plays a big part in like healing and creativity and fibroids and stuff. So I need to start having more fun, and that's another reason why I'm getting back into journaling too. Ah, the music stopped. Let us find something else. Definitely not funnel cakes. What? I could just. I don't want to play anything that's going to get us copyrighted. What is something that you want to change in your life? Like, what is something about you, a habit that you have or behavior that you have that you want to be different? Hmm. I want to be less impatient. I have that tendency of wanting things to be done, to get done, and to kind of rush through life. I don't want to do that. I want to ease through life. I actually said I was gonna get a tattoo on my wrist. I said slow down. As a constant reminder to myself that I need to slow down. I'm going to write a letter to my future self, or maybe not a letter to my future self, but I'm going to write a letter stating what my life looks like, but I'm going to put a future date on it. So you can do the same thing, put whatever date you want. I'm going to put today's date of next year for me. Hmm. I kind of zoned out. That'll happen. So I finished my letter to my future self, or not a letter to my future self, but where I want my future self to kind of be at, um, in just like life. I didn't go into, excuse me, a lot of detail. I don't really want to share it because I'm nervous. Like, not that I don't have faith that it won't happen, but like I said, with manifesting, it might not happen by the time that you put it on here, but it will happen at some point. I'm a witness to that with my entire life. Like, everything in my life is a legit manifestation of the things that I desired and put work towards and prayed for. Um, so the next thing I want to do is to write out in detail how I want the next cycle of my life to go. Woo, that's a big one. I wonder if I should also go live. Wedding things. I also wonder if we should do some manifestations, or not manifestations, if we should do some affirmations. Do you want to do some affirmations? We can do affirmations. So, I'm trying to think of where to start. Hey y'all. Something else that I realized, something else that I realized that I have to get better at. Chaz is home. Say hi, family. We on live journaling. Say hi, live.
You on live? Oh, okay, live.
Just say hey, live. Chaz is home. I'm about to get off so I can go love on my man. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.